What is up, everybody? Happy Friday. I'm grateful that we made it to the end of this week. It is Friday, November 6th, and I'm happy to be bringing you another edition of the Hi5 series by the DH Podcast. Please, as always, our full episodes are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that you want to listen to a podcast. I promise we will be there. I will even make a road trip. No, I won't. But it's the thought that counts. All right, to start off, number one, we got Thursday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers decided that he is either tired of being slandered or he loves being slandered because it fuels him. We haven't really gotten a... He operates the same way with both in the sense that he comes out and he absolutely just dominates. So even with limited offensive weapons, he was able to get the job done, and they doubled up the 49ers. Now, the 49ers IR report had so many names, it itself would have won the Electoral College. It's absolutely outrageous how it was like when you pull out the scroll and it just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. So the 49ers, they're not even banged up. They are hospitalized. That is a hospital team, and it's very safe to say that because they're taking a beating and they're taking a bad beating, and that's how it's been. So we'll see if they can recover. By the way they played, it's not looking like it because the Packers' run defense is a sieve. It is not good. And Shanahan is supposed to be this kind of run genius, and they were just supposed to run the ball. But I don't know what it was. It's either a mix of Shanahan not, trying to not do the expected, and he had Nick Mullins pass the ball a ton last night, or Green Bay decided to step up their defensive line because the 49ers only ran for 55 yards. Now, people are going to say, hey, there are two starting running backs are out and they have their backups in. Yes, that is true, but their third string had played a lot of wide out, and you were able to see him help out the fourth string. So I don't really give that as an excuse for anybody being able to rush for 55 yards in a game, especially in an NFL game. That's disgusting. You can never do that. So Packers are back in a big way. They're going to take the NFC North. That loss to the Vikings will be a blip on the radar when the Packers absolutely destroy the Bears next time they play. Number two, we had not a debate, but kind of Twitter rarely is like fun where everybody can just have some good laughs here and there, but we got a little bit of it yesterday. Believe it or not, yesterday of all days. And it was about what is the best sound in sports. Out of all of the sports combined, if you were to take every sound, I think that baseball is the best sounding. The ball on the mitt, the wooden bat absolutely smacking a bomb. I don't think that there's anything like it. But there's a couple other sounds that football makes it definitely difficult. Or like when the guys are coming out on the field and you hear them in the tunnel, that clip, clop, clip, clop. There's something to it. I don't know what it does. Also, just the hitting. You'll hear like a grunt and then just the smash of the shoulder pads. It's incredible. I don't think the basketball has any besides the swoosh, the no rim, but you don't get it nearly as often as you want to. So it's a little bit difficult to call. So I'm giving it to baseball because their sounds you hear a lot more often. But yeah, that's if you got anything else that you want to add. I even heard people throwing in metal bats for baseball, which it's such a love-hate thing. You either love it because other people hate it, or you hate it because it's a terrible sound. One or the other. But if you got anything else, either toss it in the comments or find us on Twitter at DH_podcast, and we can talk about it. Or you can even say, hey, I don't even want to talk about the best sound. Let me tell you what the worst sound in all of sports is. And you know what? Maybe it's a Premier League player flopping and the sound that he makes on the ground. I don't know. Could be. Number three, the NBA PA Players Association passed a resolution to agree to be able to start the next NBA season on December 22nd, and they're going to be playing 72 games. So 10 less than normal, but 12 more than last season. So it's a bit difference. But here's the thing. Playoff teams will need a slower start. You're saying, Nick, of course, I know, they're tired. Kind of. Of course, they want recovery. Of course, they need their time off. But I don't think that athleticism is going to be the big issue here. They're all professionals. They're all athletes. But what I do think the issue will be injury concerns. I think you'll have some injury concerns of these teams that especially went deep in the playoffs. So if you have Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, and then the finals teams, those 4 squads, watch out for them to either, put their starters on a tight leash or have more minutes restrictions than we've seen, simply because they want to be able to, they can say, hey, we went deep in the playoffs last year. We want to continue to go deep in the playoffs. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our guys on minutes restriction. Essentially, they're going to treat everybody like Kawhi because they want to keep the crew healthy. That's it. And I don't blame them. I think that's a smart move, especially for those guys that can go deep again in the playoffs. Even if you're the Brooklyn Nets, to where you've got guys, your 2 best players and half coaches now. I don't know what Steve Nash is doing, or Mike D'Antoni, but sleeper, that's a pick right there. For a future, a great pick for a future. So, for example, the Nets, Kyrie, KD, slow start. Of course, they're going to want to come out hot, but injury concerns are still there. Take it slow. There's nothing wrong with it. They are not going to have to worry about a playoff spot. Simple as that. All right, number 4, Saturday preview, because we have got college football this week. The Pack is back. Earlier this week, if you watched Wednesday's episode, the Mac was back. And now we've got the Pack is back. So, the Pack is unfortunately not on any of my featured games, but if you're out on the West Coast, I'm sure you're super jacked up. 2 games to note. Florida, Georgia. This will be my game of the week right here, because this will decide whether Florida is for real. Who was it? Oh, the U. Florida absolutely boat raced the U, and that will put them up in a we are contenders category, because everybody thought the U were contenders, and Georgia's been doing the same thing. So keep an eye out for that, because that's my game of the week. My number 2, just for storyline only, is Notre Dame Clemson. Notre Dame is favored because Trevor Lawrence is not playing. We're going to see Clemson's back up here, but at the same point in time, I'm still really confused on why Trevor Lawrence is going to be on the sidelines. It should either he's quarantined or playing. One of the two. I don't know, but they must have some weird symbiotic to help out the rookie coming in. I don't know. I'm excited for those 2 games. A lot of the others, I think it's, Michigan's got Maryland this week. Yeah, I think so. But, Minnesota. Thank you. It's going to be tough because Michigan now sucks. So, number 5, we're going to round it out here. We've got the Sunday preview. Seattle, Buffalo. This is my favorite game of the week. A lot of people disagree with it. They're going to have New Orleans and Tampa Bay. No, I've got them as my number 2. Again, same with the college, strictly for storyline. But in terms of gameplay-wise, Seattle, Buffalo is going to be an absolute score fest. Whatever the over is, you take it. And you're going to have fun watching this game, too, because these are incredible teams. I think they have a combined 3 losses, I believe. Combined 3 losses already, and we're going into week 9. We're going into week 9. So that is incredible. These teams are both leading their division, and one of them is going to come out on top. And I've got Seattle still because I think Seattle is an incredible Super Bowl contender. I think that they're almost a lock for the NFC Championship game. So we'll see where we go from there. Number 2, New Orleans, Tampa Bay. There's nothing like it in the sense that Brady, Breeze, they're going to get to play each other a lot more now that Brady came down south. And I'm sure Drew Brees was not happy about it. But because he is an athlete, because he is a contender, he's going to step up to the plate every time just to catch an L on Sunday. Because I promise you Tampa Bay is going to win. Promise you. Tampa Bay is going to win. I don't even care if it's 3 overtimes and it's a blocked field goal, whatever. They're going to win. And not because New Orleans is a bad team either. Simply because Tampa Bay is really, really, really hitting a stride. And they're a team that everybody needs to watch out for. All right, everybody. There you have it. Thursday Night Football. What's the best or worst sound in sports? NBA's back for Christmas start. We got the Saturday preview, the Sunday preview. Please make sure to find our full episodes for the DH Podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. And we will catch up with you guys next week. Take care, everybody.